Get opened up. Agenda stand approved is presented.
Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026, 17th day of the April term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to a term of the House of Missouri. Those members present were Jim Stone, presiding Commissioner Drake Bradley, South Bishop Commissioner Mark Larson, North Bishop Commissioner Kelly, Mayor County Clerk. At 9:17 a.m., Commissioner Stone brought the new order. At 9:30 a.m., Dan Brungart and Christian Meyer with the Clinton School District met with commissioners. They shared concerns about the senior tax freeze credit and the effect it will have on the school budget. They claim that the 2024 base year is incorrect and are concerned with unexpected budget reductions for the school district due to the freeze. They anticipate having a $700,000 reduction. Commissioner Larson asked if they could reference the statute that leads them to believe that they could not use the 2024 base year. Mr. Brungart shared that he would send that information to all commissioners. Nick Smith, Peace Officer Association, attended the commission meeting, asked permission to use the courthouse lawn during Old Glory Days for their beer tent. Commissioners gave Nick permission to use the same location as they previously had. The minutes from the Thursday, May 28th, 2026 meeting were read. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Bradley seconded. Motion carried. Dennis Bauer, Road Bridge Supervisor, shared an update on Southeast 91 Road in Bethlehem Township and said everything is done and it looks good. He's concerned about a spot where people have been turning around. They will go out, smooth it out, put some gravel on it before the bridge opens. He shared they are going to install a culvert in Sky Village. He had to close the road for a couple of hours as he placed signage. It has placed signage saying so. Dennis shared that they received calls on Northeast 1101 Road in Boulder Township and had to go out and make repairs. Until it stops raining, they can't get started. Commissioner Larson shared that timber writing was in about 501 Road in Indian Creek Township. He shared that the landowner cut down terraces that rerouted the water. There really aren't many options. It already has two 48-inch culverts running through it. He shared he is open for suggestions on the area as he can't think of any good solutions. Amy Knoll was in to ask questions about gas tax funding for townships. Expenditures for the following departments were approved: law enforcement, GR buildings and grounds, recorder of each juvenile office, elections, victims advocate, general county government, prosecuting attorney, road and bridge, assessor, inmate security, sheriff, civil fund, opioid fund. Commissioners reviewed and approved the recorder's fee sheet for the month of May. Commissioners reviewed and approved senior tax relief applications. Commissioner Larson made a motion to adjourn the meeting at 10:52 a.m. Commissioner Bradley seconded. Motion carried.
Motion to approve.
Commissioner made second approved minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And if you will, if you guys approve this, just stamp this approved so I can send it to.
Sorry, we're not on this one. I can say.
Thank you, sir. You made that motion. Thank you.
I did.
Thank you. Aaron, they just approved the quote for the new camera, so we'll get it rolling.
Thank you.
Morning, Aaron.
Bill? Bill? Can we shut the door?
Well, you got.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I think Jackie said no.
She's already answered.
Her fingers all in the evidence.
She's already answered it.
Say, if you want to deal with Jackie, go for it.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her cane today, so.
I'm
So
over
you say
50,
you
we'll
got
just call
fight
this a hot flash and move on.
Oh, goodness. Right.
Jackie think it's too bad he got upset by me. We got it's just blowing. It's a fan. It's at least
Yeah.
moving air. I got a question for you. Have you looked into? I just noticed that you guys still have Spectrum. Yeah. I don't know if that's something.
I think Spectrum is
Which is did you have right speed was your first?
Yes.
Was your first?
fiber.
And what was that?
We just got the fiber side, and it's tied into dispatch. So it's like, yeah, it's a
Wait,
check.
here? We was doing charter. Got in touch with Stockton.
Yeah.
Huge savings, so I just didn't know.
Yeah. It's I know that somehow we're tied into dispatch. I don't know the amounts, but I do know that we have two because in it.
Right,
Yes,
we
they
too.
are.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you something.
Just out of curiosity, because I know for us the switch is huge. And, yeah,
So my understanding is you'll see that one bill, but you don't see the other. That's my understanding.
have bright speed and socket. I mean, not socket, I'm sorry.
We have two.
Spectrum. Yeah, bright speed. Bright speed is 16. Okay. Charter. I was just curious. like, I just, unless you're television. I just saw 3 phone bills or internet bills
It's
in a
just-
row, and I was like,
So that's
he
the
flipped in the
gel
pocket.
and the bright speed. So
Windsor.
Windsor, we only do Windsor because it's an offset. We don't want to be tied into the city of Windsor's internet because of their stuff, and it needs to be closed. So you shouldn't see. I think we may have one bill to county, and it's a deal that we have. We pay one. We get a deal.
So you already got a pretty good deal though, that you're comfortable with.
But we get one free.
Hey,
That's always
on
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
We use it for gloves. That's it.
That's it.
And Jackie takes care of that, and it's for the entire county.
We
just got,
I'm sitting here. I stayed in here for that. I'm willing to talk about it if you guys have any questions, but that's what we use it for. And you guys bought us the 1064. It's still amazing. We just used it this week. And then we turn around and get a rest card because of that. So it is still beneficial. And like we said then, it gets them in the system faster, so you're not trying to get a warrant for somebody a year later. You're kind of in the system now. So
Well, I guess what they get because they want to figure use it.
I mean, I have opinions. I always do. I share them too. So
Okay.
I have a question. Yes, I didn't know about that. It was nice to learn that Bates and St. Clair does that. I didn't know that. I would just have concerns on how the board is constructed who's on it. You know,
Well, I understand medicine stuff. Somebody.
I knew you probably emailed it to me.
Or it was, yeah.
Sorry.
Ready to rock and roll.
You just
All right.
shut it out everywhere.
no, we have the Lurk board. Lurk board has we already have county policy on it. That's actually nice. It's each office holder picks 1 or 2 members. Telling us to that, and it's covered. And it's the same kind of thing. There's money that goes to work and then the board oversees it. Yeah, I mean, so far since I've been here, that's something we use for gloves for obvious reasons. Fentanyl, and then 1064 is what we use. We try to stay away from it too, unless it's broader. We try to stay broad with it. You guys looking at doing that?
No, it's something on discussion, and Debbie had hit me up the other day, and I sort of forgot and put it on the agenda to talk about it. But, I decided,
What's that deal? Excuse me, that's that deal that,
GoPro, man,
Brandon, Judge Baker was going to talk to us about.
what's up with it? Is there anyone? Because you can use it. Sheriff's, some of the medicine.
Okay.
That's why I'm sure.
Jackie always just calls and says, I need to buy gloves. And that's what we spend. We buy them gloves.
And we do appreciate it.
So,
We get a better deal because we buy them one time a year, and we get a much better deal on them. I have other companies going, have you bought your gloves yet? Because I've got this price on. I just paid this. Oh, I can't touch that. Have a nice day.
Chris comes over and everybody grabs it.
so we're able to buy a large amount and save her a ton of money.
Yeah, well, I'll just say
Save
that.
Chris money, it saves your money, it saves everybody. It keeps everybody safe.
The sheriff did email his report, so you guys need to open your email to look at his report.
Better to call you back either Jake about
Yeah, it's okay. I forgot to give you all that back too. business about it. We can talk about it here.
Either way, yeah.
It's all information out there. Turn around and give these guys any.
Yeah, good get your
Opinion on it. We have to apologize about the AC being out. We got to talk a little bit louder. You can't hear us, let us know.
So I don't talk very loud anyway, so that's not a big problem. The heat is fine because we're used to wearing this at 90 degrees outside, so it's not that bad
Just
for us.
air conditioning.
Tell them that your AC system decided to institute an open door policy.
It did. About frying everything else. So.
Oh, you were just going back to historic preservation, trying to go without air conditioning.
We might have to yet.
We were talking about that. The flow, you guys open I guess you used to have the windows that you open.
Yeah, back in the day, the windows open. They
Windows
don't
used to open, and you could open hatch on the roof, and it would suck air in through all floors and go back out.
Now, that would be all right.
Mhm.
Bring that back.
If the hatch is still there.
We can make it.
Yeah, it's still there because that's how when they do roof work, they get out there.
Okay,
All the windows are sealed.
Yeah.
So you can't.
I'm not,
I shall protest as they remove the air conditioning within the courthouse.
That's not going to happen, just so everybody's clear.
no, don't bring that out. It's not going to be.
Oh, that was Rob's deal. He said
Yeah.
we're going back historically.
That's in there.
If that's the case, then we need the
That
historic
is not the
windows.
viewpoint of the sheriff's.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Perfect. So next month when we come, our detective will probably bring some more detectives. Really exciting. They're in Kentucky for a 2-week-long training for investigations. So it's homicide, suicide, and overall investigations. It is the best of the best training that we found. We reached out to some friends of ours, longtime friends that worked in Columbia, Jefferson City, and
We used to work here,
yeah, they recommended this.
Yeah.
Jeremy Bowman.
Well, that's what I was going to guess. but wasn't
I
for
do.
sure.
I was probably
He recommended it when they got there. There's 12 other agencies around, or 12 other states. Sorry, agencies in different states there. So it's a pretty cool class. They're really excited. So they're 4 days into it, learning all sorts of things. So we're excited. We planned this over a year ago, and LERF helped us pay for this. It's a massive undertaking. We would not have been able to do it without LERF because our budget's not big enough. But this will change our trajectory of investigations big time. So we're excited about this. It already has anyway. This is that next notch to make that they'll be comfortable with it, very fluid in it. So we're really excited. We'll have them come up here and share that. It's never been done before, and we're excited. So to say that, you get 3 of us today. And we're not going to go through all of it in detail. You guys have it. We'll just kind of go over the nuts and bolts of it and answer any questions you may have. So another busy month. I know the biggest thing in here is probably our investigations this month. It has consumed our office. We're absolutely fine with that. That's what we do. Live and learn and grow as we go through this too. So calls for service over 1,400. 7,000, over 7,000 for the year, January through May. The offense reports, another thing that has consumed our office, 125 for the month and 605 for the year. We have doubled our reports, some triple from prior years. So we're still growing on this. Our RMS system, our review process, our case management, it is a massive undertaking. Look at these cases and making sure that they're investigated in a timely manner and kicked out for investigations or follow-ups. So it's a lengthy process. 36 arrests, 239 traffic stops, over 3,000 visitors to the courthouse, and our ADP 98 for the jail, and 79 bookings. So everything's pretty steady. We've had some additional charts and graphs we'll probably share in the future. We like stats, we like numbers, we like to make sure everything's still running smoothly. Even our turnover, we have turnover numbers. We like to keep track on what our turnover ratios are, and they're good. We're stat driven, but it helps us engage where we're lacking and moving forward. So, a little on the operations, again, repeating everything that we just kind of went over. We did a lot of, or had several community engagements this month. this is actually one of our slower months on purpose because July is pretty heavy. And a lot of these are actually just community events that we went to. But the Montrose Memorial Day, we go down there every year. It's an all weekend thing for us. We have a couple extra staff members on all weekend to stay down there. No issues. It's pretty easy going this year. You were in the parade, got rained on halfway through.
Yeah.
Felt good.
All the way through for some of us.
Yeah, I was done and I was already in the car wash by
Yeah.
the time Kelly got the rain. She had to walk in. Our graduation ceremony, which I'm sure Rob will talk about, our academy. Very fortunate to put that on. So all of our detectives are gone. That means we're detectives. So we actually do have to answer the phone. Car show here in town that was huge. One of the biggest ones I think I've seen.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was impressed. Chicken dinner, the inaugural Liberty and Justice 5K. Our foundation put that on our first year of ever doing a 5K. So cops and running. Usually we run for a purpose. So this is a little different. It's kind of cool. Our medals were really neat too. So
I bought a T-shirt.
it was neat. So,
If you see me running, you should run too.
there was a lot, and it was a walk and run too. So it was really neat though. We had, I don't remember, around 60 people show up. It was really neat. Some really small kids that were even that had to be pushed down the Katy Trail. It was neat. It was just there for camaraderie and partnerships. It was really fun. So it'll get bigger and better next year. National EMS Week, we went over to Golden Valley for a barbecue with them. They do that every year. This year, they actually did like a little award ceremony for EMS. It was pretty cool. Kind of those unsung heroes like our dispatch teams. They don't go to jail. Don't get seen or heard very often. I went over to the Optimist Club for a little speech, and our Peace Officers Memorial over in Pettis County. They've done this a couple of years. And I give Pettis a lot of credit for this. It's one of those things that kind of just went to the wayside. It's sad to even say it, but there's not a lot of memorials anymore for Peace Officers Memorial Week. Pettis is one of the few that do it around us. So we go over there every year and honor our fallen officers. The fishing derby over in Windsor. Went over there and did some fishing with some kiddos and the Big Purple Party over at the Hawthorne Bank. And then just kudos to our community. Again, we say this often on our social media, but every week it's somebody, some organization, or somebody that stops by, food, gift cards, just to show that our community supports law enforcement is just massive. So we can't say it enough. Every week we have tragic calls. Sometimes we get a lot of flack for what we post. We don't post a whole lot. Quite frankly, we do every single day. Yesterday we had a traumatic call. And it's just those unsung things that our staff deal with daily. They move on and they go to the next one. 99% of our calls are meeting people on their worst day. And we go on and meet the next person on their worst day. For us, they're not routine calls because it's somebody's tragic day every single day. So it's nice when we come to the office and there's things there, or people to visit us. It means a lot to our staff. Page 4 over there are calls for service, so still pretty high, over 1,400 calls. Just a wide variety, but it's still pretty busy, and then our municipal reports there as well.
Training, I'll go to.
Yeah, we'll skip the traffic and training and let Rob talk about that. Just jump over to corrections.
We're holding at about 98. Like you said earlier, we've got 119 bunk facilities. So when you're sitting at 98, you're comfortable, but you know that you probably had not eaten that piece of pie because your genes are right here. We're running at about 6% of our populace is holding for DMH. That's a statewide problem, but it's just worth noting it's not 6%, it was 5%. We've probably got another 5 or 6% in the building that are awaiting evaluation to achieve that same status. Less DMH is hard, they don't have beds. And we have some of them that are going to be very difficult to find them the appropriate bed. And we know that. And so we just keep moving forward every day. As far as housing for other counties go, we've got the contract with St. Clair County. That works out well. We've got a great relationship with them. And we're building a whale of a relationship with Boone County. We've done something neat for them. when we take someone to prison, our reception area is Fulton, Missouri. We go right past Boone. I just call them up and go, hey, do you guys need to get rid of 3? Our driver will be at your door in about 2 hours. Oh, and so if we coordinate that with them, they don't have to figure out how they're bringing them to us. We've kept our Boone County numbers up, and those are paying numbers, by doing that exact thing. Sometimes they'll call us and go, do you have room for this many males or this many females? Let me check, guys, I'll call you right back. Today, we are going to get them for them because I know in the long run that will be financially intelligent to do so. I will have 2 officers, 2 cars, we'll go fetch 4, but then I'll bring them here. All of this will more than balance out on the other end. So I'm very tickled with our relationship with Boone County. Communications with their court systems, communications with their jail. They've been wonderful to deal with. They really have.
Good.
Back to the maintenance issue, we can talk about it every day, and I can tell the same Stretch Armstrong joke. You guys are probably tired of that by now, but we're keeping up. The struggle is real. I feel for you because Chris is probably over here stepping and fetching about air conditioning and maintenance issues here. And he is just one guy. Real tickled. We're looking at probably nearly 200 hours of additional training that's up and available in the next 3 to 4 months. So we're going to be making some decisions this week, next week about who's going to what training we want to take advantage of, and who we want to send where. We're very tickled that Academy is over, which is a pleasant way of saying, oh my God, it's we sent 6 people from the jail to that. That was a real challenge as far as our staffing and our coverage was concerned. Got to the end of it, and I'm telling you, there were days when guys were like, but we got to the end of it, and they're ecstatic. They have their badges. They have this career up. Boom. We're nearly 50% post-certified in the jail now. We didn't have that 5, 6, 8 years ago. We've got 9 post-certified officers in the jail at the moment. Very pleased with that. Developing their careers and building their resumes and watching them grow is what we ought to be doing. Tell everybody this is the Farm League. Now, get your education and work on your swing and your pitch, because I'm going to get you to the major leagues the next step. Then he gets them. So.
Good stuff.
Now it's Rob's turn.
Okay. Ready to go back to pick those up. So Kyle, I think Sheriff Brown alluded to, first and foremost, with the Sheriff's Office, criminal investigations is our priority. But specialized traffic enforcement that we do, that's also, this is kind of above and beyond that. We're lucky enough that MoDOT is gracious to give us a grant yearly and allow us to have monies above what you all allowed us to help make our highways safer for our friends and families who travel those on a daily basis. And we just and the program also we're focused towards schools. Like I said, I think I've said that in past meetings, is we're one of the only, if not the only, law enforcement agency that focuses on school zone during the year that we've actually written a grant, and that's in there. So, with that being said, our numbers for May, our numbers were down a little bit, but we were busy in other areas, so that's going to happen. We're going to take a little bit of it. We had a total of 98 traffic stops, and with a total of 72 hours of enforcement. So if you notice, for hour per hour, we're at least making at a minimum 1 traffic stop per hour. If you want to take that on an average, you can see that we're going over that. We like to see 2 or 3. As long as we're over that 1 minimum that shows that the guys are out there doing something. You're just not out there to claim the money and not show any enforcement efforts. Warnings issued were also 98. We issued 1 citation and we made 1 arrest. When you take May's total numbers and then you add them to what we're at yearly for 2026, currently on our grant operation, we have we conducted 647 traffic stops. 448 hours, issued 23 citations, 662 warnings, and we made 15 arrests. We break those arrests down: 2 for felony traffic offenses, 4 for misdemeanor traffic offenses, 8 outstanding warrants, and 1 DWI. So those numbers show that we believe our program is successful. We have a lot of folks commenting on social media about, hey, see your guys out every morning during the school zone, or it's like, we see them there every day, appreciate it. We're afraid to wave because we don't know if that's appropriate or not. I just want to say, hey, we see them out there, and it works as a great deterrent because people understand that they need to slow down and they're expecting our folks to be out and about. So
I don't comment often on social media, but I said as long as it's more than one finger, please wave. We prefer.
that's true. That's true. Monthly training summary for May. We have finished the academy. It was a long road. After they kind of get over the tiredness of it, I think we see a rejuvenation because now we're post-certified. Now we're starting on a different career path from where we were at. Even though some of the folks are remaining in the detention center, it still gives us something to look forward to, something to grow towards, and it also still allows us, if we need additional manpower for whatever detail we may be using, we can still pull on those folks from time to time so they can get a little bit of a change of scenery, put them with a veteran officer, and let them get out and spread their wings a little bit too. But it was a long road. And some were up by I guess the skin of their teeth, and I say that because this isn't easy. You're only allowed to have 3 makeup tests, and on your third one, you're only allowed to have 3 failures. You're allowed 2 makeup tests. On your third failure, you're out. And we had a couple of students that were on that. They failed 1 more test. They were out of the academy even towards the very end. It doesn't make any difference if you fail your last test and you've already used your 2 makeups, you're gone. So this isn't an easy process. It's not like, everybody's going to pass. We don't pass anybody or everybody just for the numbers. We want to make sure that they're cut out for this line of work because it's going to be grueling. It's going to be difficult on family lives, and make sure that everybody's prepared and understands what they're getting into. So our graduation was on, I know I put it in here. It was May I think it was May 19th. May 19th is when the graduation was. Graduated 9 students. Like I said, 6 of them we put in the academy. 1 of them came from the prosecutor's office here locally, 1 from St. Clair County Sheriff's Office, and 1 from Bates County Sheriff's Office. So it wasn't just all Henry County folks that were involved. What we like about the program is our instructors came from areas all around us. Henry County, Cass County, Johnson County, Pettis County. We had Clinton PD that all Clinton Fire helped us with some trainings when it came to first responders and hazmat, all that. But what's nice about this is not only does it build camaraderie and chemistry between those that are in the academy, it builds that connectivity. It builds that networking with people that are in other agencies so that when you get out, you already have contacts made with those other agencies because they may have been somebody that was an instructor for you. And it really helps out immensely when it comes to when you get out and conducting investigations across county lines. So, with that being said, we had 34 hours of classroom, which was in a lot of various areas. We patrol rifle qualification, which wasn't easy. I can tell you right now. Use of force decision making, and we kind of finished up with comprehensive scenario-based exercises. What that does is it gives these students the opportunity to be out in a controlled and safe environment. We use other officers as role players to get them used to going to domestics. so that they're not that their first experience with handling those is in a real life situation that can potentially be dangerous. We used additional traffic stops, things that they're going to be dealing with on a daily basis. So they have some knowledge. We're building this knowledge base, making it more comfortable when they're out on patrol because they've already had some situations and some knowledge to draw with. Um, Normally, we would see officers, and a lot of them are really good officers, would burn out about year 3, and it's just the effects that you have. Sometimes working by yourself, sometimes working in dangerous situations or whatever. We think giving them this knowledge is going to reduce that. We also address within the academy dealing with the effects of hypervigilance, not losing yourself to your career or to your job. That's just one part of your role as a person and keeping those connections. Jackie likes using the term rock stars. The folks that made it to the Academy are rock stars. We're not looking for one-hit wonders. We want them to have a long, successful career in the music industry and make numerous albums. So we want them there for the long haul. But sometimes we have those one-hit wonders where they're great law enforcement officers, but they burn out about year 3 and just totally get out of the career field and never come back. So we are looking to start another academy. July 7th is what we're slated for. We turned in our list for instructors, and it has been approved by the state. So we've got not everybody who is a certified instructor can teach within all areas. Some areas are specialties or specialized areas, and you've got to have specialized training to do that. Once again, we pulled from Johnson, Pettis, Cass counties, and Clinton PD, some of our other areas to be able to make that happen. And be able to use those folks. So it's at least been approved on the state side. We're taking applications up through June 23rd. If anybody's interested, we're referring them to get on the Missouri Sheriff's Association website, fill out an application. There's also some information there about potential for funding. However, it's going to be super tight right now to be able to get that all done with the amount of window that we have to get folks enrolled, get them approved. So it was also interesting because in the past, to take a post test, which would give a post accreditation and license within the state, normally everybody had to go to Jefferson City or had to go to places outside the area to take that test. They had to travel. It came online, and we were able to administer that test in-house. So they all came in just like it was another day at the academy, and was able to take those tests. We had 1 or 2 that was in the low 90 percentile, 90%, and everybody else really came in at the 80%. During graduation, the recruits were told, students were told by Kevin Merrick from the Missouri Sheriff's Association, we set a high mark. We really did with the test scores that we turned in. So I think that's credit to their dedication to what they were doing, what their goals were, all the instructors that came in, and just making sure that we're making a quality program. So looking forward to that again. Hopefully we'll get enough applications to be able to do that. Outside the academy, we were able to post through the Missouri State Technical Assistance Team a 8-hour training investigating and prosecuting child fatalities. So when officers respond to the scene of a child fatality, we're looking for all the signs, and we're able to tell if abuse or neglect was involved. Able to just over the years, there's been cases across the state, across the nation, where folks were not prosecuted just due to lack of knowledge. I think on investigating tools that are out there. Kim Bremner came in and she did a great job. Brought wealth of information, how to use other resources, getting other folks involved in your investigation, letting other people look at it. That's what to look for when you're at the scene, and understanding that you normally only get one shot initially when you're at the scene. So it was really good. We had about 20 folks from various agencies around us that sent folks. We had folks that came all the way from Cassville, folks came down from Kansas City. So we were very blessed to be able to host this training. So looking forward to the benefits of that. CIT numbers. Our numbers dropped a little bit even in May, showing that we only had 3 referrals, which was something I think is good, because once you get folks in the system and they realize the resources that are out there, you're going to see a drop off in the numbers, which was something that we talked about at length over the past couple of months at our CIT meeting. Once again, we only did 196 hour. That was transporting them to Columbia. I think if we would see a drop in CIT referrals through our agency, but a raise in 96 hour transports, I think we'd be concerned. But we're seeing a drop all the way across the board. And also, Golden Valley Memorial Hospital has a medical stabilization unit that we think is maybe taking some of the pressure off of us locally, because folks can present themselves to Golden Valley, and if they meet the criteria, somebody who's maybe in crisis and meet the criteria for their program, they can admit themselves there too. So we're into this just this year. So it's a new program. So we're thinking, because about the time that program kicked off, our numbers took a big drop. So we're thinking we're seeing a successful program that Golden Valley's launched too. So it's great. What questions you guys have? I know we're not done, so I was just going to see if you had any questions about CIT or any of that stuff.
It's all the proper steps heading forward.
Forward.
A little on the investigations that we've never had to move it over to 2 pages. This month has been really busy, so obviously our homicide investigation took our entire office. We were out there for quite a while. Mark Park, so we are very appreciative of our EMA bringing out their command post. That crime scene required multiple command posts and overnight stay too. So it was very nice. Whenever we have a 48, 72-hour crime scene, we can't leave. We have to stay there. So it requires staff to be there to maintain the scene security. And it's a big undertaking. So Mark Park improved. We're huge on that. Cass County Sheriff's Office was huge. They have a very large command post they brought out for each day, which had many benefits for that. Also, their crime scene technicians, they actually have technicians that came out and they helped process the entire scene. So we are very grateful for them for doing that. Outside of that, obviously it takes a little while for, that's just the crime scene processing, so there's a lot of behind the scenes things. I don't even know how many search warrants we have executed on that, but there are probably 2 handfuls just on that case alone. Just going in the last week, we recovered a firearm, which required us to use, I want to say it was the Highway Patrol dive team. So we're grateful for them. They came down and dove a bit and actually located the firearm. So lots of moving and shaking, and up until to this day, it's still a moving case. But on top of that, we don't stop. So and I know it's a hot topic sometimes, we don't talk about it a lot, but our LPRs. I think everything in here takes a hot topic. It is a hot topic. Temperature's a little hot. We have a lot of success stories on that. It is a very regulated system as well. I actually audit it myself weekly. There's an audit tool on there. I get to see who all searches it. I get to see why they searched it. You have to put in a case number. It has to be associated with something. You can't just go on there and say, I want to know what Aaron's driving, or I want to see where Aaron's at. There is no such thing. Or I want to see it. You can be prosecuted. It is that simple. Our staff understand it. Our staff have to be certified in it. There's a certification that you can get onto the database. We have a policy and procedure we follow. Nevertheless, the first week we turned that on, there was a hit and run in Harrisonville where they hit a police officer trying to get away. We captured that vehicle coming in our county, went down and executed a search warrant out in Newcastle within hours after getting the police officers. We have had multiple since then. The stolen vehicle that we just had coming from Johnson County, alerted on there. We got in pursuit of that individual, have him identified, and obviously in the process, we got into a multi-hour-long search for another suspect that ran into the process of this. So, it's kind of a complicated thing, but long story short, the guy runs from the vehicle. There's an abatement behind Golden Valley EMS. It's really a tall rock going up to 7 Highway. So our Lieutenant Kublis was started the pursuit. This guy goes up that embankment right on the 7 Highway. Les Liddy, because we don't have enough vehicles, decided not to follow. So that led the suspect to go 7. Lenny had to go all the way around to get on the 7. That's why we lost sight of the guy. I applauded him for doing that because he would probably be riding a bike if he did. So, it is what it is. We're short. Vehicles. So while we saturated the area, we located another individual in the area, and upon making eye contact, he turns around and runs with us. He matched the description of our driver, and it's not the same guy. It's Doppelganger. We had no idea. So this guy had multiple 5 or 6 Henry County warrants. Is going back to prison. Had a good reason to run, and he did. And in the process, he hid in the sewer system. That's why we never did find him. So we waited for him to come out. He came out. We got him into custody. So, ran multiple times that day when he was in jail. So I give our detectives credit, all our staff credit. As soon as that guy ran and we started a perimeter, it was a massive perimeter, including Highway Patrol, PD. We had it set up in 10 minutes. And as soon as we set that up, our detectives were already going door to door to ask for surveillance video. That's how we got the original driver identified quickly. I'd say within 30 minutes. That is impressive. And for our staff to not be told that, that's that culture that we're trying to build here, and it is built. It's been a great month. It is exhausting. But to know that the culture that we have been trying to build for 2 years, a slight 2 years, is there. To know that you follow up with your cases, you do it immediately. You don't have to be asked or told or walk through it. They just did it. Boots on the ground, did it immediately. And it, at the end of the day, and I said this, it required our staff and multiple staff members to do this, and it prevented somebody from being charged for something that they didn't do. This guy, if you see him side by side, is a doppelganger. He actually even had the same clothing look. You would have not known the difference, but because of that, he immediately, when we got him in custody, said that I was not driving that vehicle. And our detective said, "You're right, because I have the video, and it's not you." But if we would not have had that video, he could have been charged with all sorts of crimes that he did commit. So, I think the light bulb really shined this last month on the homicide of this. That's just a few of the big cases. It was good. So we did have a $100,000 embezzlement case. It took on a lot of. This has been months in the works. We submitted the case to the prosecutor's office, but they successfully embezzled that from an employer. So we submitted charges. I think a pretty good case. Hopefully, we'll see a warrant for that here soon. So, those are a list of several of the felony crimes that they've had that we're still working on. So, at the end of the day, that back sheriff's corner, something always hits me every month. This month it was our culture. It's finally that light bulb that popped on for all of us of the why. And I always say, especially with the rate we're going, not our problem. We're very appreciative of that. We're appreciative of the support. But at the end of the day, and we always talk about this around the office, that's just one little piece of the puzzle. The pay is one little piece. You can put out a job application today for a lifeguard for a pool. And if you say that lifeguard will get paid $60,000 in a take-home car, I guarantee you will get about 10 apps. And probably 6 of the 10 apps don't even know how to swim. That's just the way it works. Because that $60,000 in a take-home car sounds great, but you're not qualified. So that's where we are now in the boat. We have a culture, we have the pay, we have the benefits, we have the car, we're going to have cars. We have a system built here that now we can be selective. We don't have to take everybody. We can be selective and make sure it's the right person. Jackie is known for her interviews because she doesn't have a set ruler for questions, and I like it because you're making sure you get the right candidate the first time, and you're making sure the original why. We all have that why in law enforcement, and sometimes we have to come back and ask those whys to make sure the why is the right answer. We want to make sure we don't get you for 3 years when you get burnt out. That's a real thing. So we're very proud of it. We're doing great things. It's coming together.
You don't know how I knew you got your culture right. In the middle of this manhunt, which turned out, oddly different. At one point, I get a phone call, said, "Hey, I need you to pick us up some snacks. We're about to die out here." Okay. Drove to Walmart, picked up the granola bars, the meat sticks, and the Gatorade, the water, and everything like that. Throw it in the back of the POV, and run down here. We're parked, and he says, "Well, I'm going to need to requisition your vehicle." Why is that? "I got to sit on your tailgate, sir." You got it. Okay. But the civilian cars drive by, and they see my truck, they see a police car, they see another police car, they see all the blue and red lights going, they see all the officers, and they just drive by and they, "Get him, sir." You get a thumbs up out of the window from your civilians that are driving by. You've done something. You go sick them, sir. That was a nice moment. So, and it was only one finger, but it was a good one.
It was the right.
Yeah.
Thumb.
Thumbs up.
Thumb.
Yeah. So they waited.
Yes.
For sick leave. Oh, no.
Did you guys have any questions on? I think we had two of them off the top.
I've got one. You keep on mentioning patrol cars. What happened with the last one? That got totaled?
Yes.
That was my gang.
That was your
You want
gang?
me to answer that for you?
If you like,
I
I'm
might
just
as well
curious
just
what
show
the
up.
story is.
And fall upon my sword. Sometimes we don't really look at the condition of our tires, and that's kind of where we're throwing that. I think the tires were probably a little beyond where we should have been running them, but it was really about the weather conditions that day. My driver out there was in a downpour, all of a sudden slowed down to meet those conditions. Downpour subsided. She started to speed up to meet the better conditions and to keep in pace with the rest of traffic, and all of a sudden the car hydroplaned. It's a bad deal. On the other hand, she made all the right phone calls. Everybody made all the right phone calls. She was supported. Everybody showed up and did exactly what they should have done. She didn't have an inmate in the car. She turned around. She came back. Everybody was good. I hate losing the car. I was very thrilled not to have lost her
Right.
or anyone else. There was no other vehicle involved in that. It was a fluke.
How far do y'all run, Charles?
I believe she was headed to.
How far are they on tires?
Oh,
Down where? On the
Pardon?
on the tires? What, cars? When they're brand new,
Yeah.
stop a lot better.
yeah.
Special water.
hmm
Just like once you hit 50%, you
Right.
start dropping.
We're altering our documentation process for that as well. So we're adding the car inspection to the weekly inspection, and we're having a little class on how to. Here's the we're adding a little class on how to check the tread depth on your tires. We discontinued the penny, what we're supposed to do, right? And the other thing is, I'm gonna tell you right now, these kids, these run these tires, and that's what I run on my car. I'm like, well, you shouldn't be doing that either, but yeah. So it's kind of a teaching moment. But yeah.
We have reviewed our processes again. So before you go on a trip, we have a checklist, and you're supposed to go down and check the vehicle tire wears on the sheet. So but she nails it. It's a mindset thing that
Right.
yes, you may do that on your first vehicle because we can't afford tires for new ones, but we don't do that. You need to say something a little light for new
You
tires.
really have to put a new whole thought process in their head because culturally, and I come from Poe is as Poe does, right? I'm gonna run that tire till it pops, right? I don't do that at this point in my life. God love me. But I know what it was like to be at that point in their life. It's round and hold there, get in.
But
We're gonna go
maybe
do
when
some
it happens,
steps
it's
and
like,
stuff.
I should have. And it's like, I
Yeah.
get it. Let somebody else make that decision for you. Call the supervisor.
Yeah.
Hey, I would drive this, but what do you recommend? We would tell you no. Go get your tires.
Well, Kelly made a comment to us about it. I just didn't know the story, so I thought maybe I'll just
Sure. And we can start sending those narratives. We have narrative reports on these, so when these do happen, we can attach that to the report too. Oh, you guys ought to know. It's all taxpayer money.
To the-
They know where it's going.
They do reports on the jail side, those get forwarded to Todd, Todd enters those into.
So another, bless their heart, but now that we're down a vehicle, now the jail's down to one again, and it pinks the whole systems.
We can put those with the insurance, because we get copies of the insurance fund. We'll just snap them right on with the insurance fund. Because sometimes I just get a claim number. I don't know who, where, what.
Todd does, so we'll just make sure you should be attached to the original email, and it has the police report.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're attached to both things.
Cool, yeah.
We're good.
Sounds good.
So yeah, we're short one there, and then just yesterday we had a transmission go out. It's a $106,000, 106 mile vehicle, 106,000 miles, and it's down. So yeah, used to just last year we had one replaced at about $3,000. Now it's $7,000, and it's like So we're doing some research. Todd spent all day on the phone. Found another area where we can get one, from a parts store, and we're back down to about the $3,000 range.
He's kind of a magician in that regard.
Boy howdy! So that vehicle is still out of commission. We've had a couple of ones, so far we're down 3, and we're fully staffed. So we've never been fully staffed in multiple years. So just last year when we became fully staffed, that's 6 extra staff members and 6 extra vehicles that we didn't have. So it's already thin. Just being full staff is being thin. So we're getting there. We'll do better. We're getting by with vehicles. Everything else is good.
Good.
Any other questions on?
You said you had a couple off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last.
We have a sick leave request. I don't know. I know they go to you. You just want us to go to you. You need to.
Yeah,
Take care of it. Awesome. And then Jackie has a contract.
Okay, we've taken up a bit of your time, and I could just throw a contract in front of you and say, here, sign this because I said so. But let's understand what we're doing. Here's mine. I'm going to give each of you a marked up copy, and then I can explain why this contract was changed. Now, this is my signature copy.
Oh, yeah, we do.
So it's going to have the pages marked. So when Mr. Stone signs comes. So just a little backstory on this. When you look at the budget, you look at the revenue lines on the jail. One of those revenue lines is phone revenue. That's changing radically, and that's nobody's fault here in this room or anywhere. That's with the FCC. The FCC had a blanket ruling nationwide that they are limiting what a phone call will cost inmates 15 cents. Well, for the record, we've never charged the inmate any more than 15 cents a minute for a phone call. Ever. Okay? But now they've also said the jail is only allowed to have 2 cents of that 15 cents. They are protecting the inmates by stating that the facility should not be making these high profits off of that. Well, for one, we never charged more than 15 cents. But now that they have said we're only allowed 2 cents out of that 15, beforehand, we were getting 13 cents out of that 15. And the agreement we had with that provider at the time was that they got the 2 cents. So effectively, they flipped the profit over to corporate. I have no control over that. So I knew this was coming. This has been in the works for a long time. And I knew that this spring we'd have to start entertaining ideas on how to try and recoup that because the budget numbers still have to work. So I reached out and we have the opportunity to move our communications over to a current vendor who's willing to handle them. So this contract, after about 3 months of wrangling at this point, chatter back and forth, even when I was at conference, I was stepping out and sitting down and talking real time with my vendors on this. It worked out well, and Sheriff held out on it. We got what we wanted. So if you look at page 1, it discusses that phone rate. This is because the FCC made that policy. That's kind of devastating to that budget line for our revenues. If you go to page, and I dog-eared it for you, page 7, I just wanted to mention that the contract we're going with has a wonderful data retention policy. That's wonderful for investigative. We have the ability to, and we always did with the other two. I just think it's worth noting that the data retention policy makes it possible for us to go back and review all of this for 365 days. And we can pull that, store that, as long as you go get it before 365 days. And that, like I said, because there's no expectation of privacy on these, investigatively, these can be key. And that's where I'll leave that. If you go to, because that was just an FYI, go to page 11, your phone rate is going to be 2 cents in this contract. Your video rate is going to be 2 cents per minute in this contract. So my goal was, how do I recoup rather, that funding that we're losing? And we did that by, they wanted all of our site sales, and they wanted to make us a better commission rate. So if they take my phone, and they're only giving me the 2 cents a minute they can give me, how do they give me more money? Well, they take us from 40% commission to 48%, which was more than I was hoping for. I was very, very tickled at that. They also want our site sales. You know what? I see this as an opportunity to free my staff up from doing clerical work. The old mechanism for doing phone time had my staff literally sitting at a desk. They requested this, go to this website, approve this, go to this website, approve this. Every single transaction was processed by jail staff. This contract and this provider will just do that for us. I've just freed up how much time off of my jail staffers to go do jail things, not clerical things. Site sales, they're going to take over that as well. So because they're making money off the site sales and I'm taking the time away from my staff, in the end, when you get to, this is going to be for a 3-year term on page 12. The only thing this is doing is adding 6 months to our existing contract term. This contract would have ran out in December of 28. This contract will now run out in summer of 29. That's Sheriff's guinea, by the way. That's his victory, because they wanted to add 18 months instead of 6 months. He kind of held firm, and I said, all right, I'll go to him. And I told him, hey, my sheriff's being a bear. What do you do? And they said, they blinked. And they said they'd do it. So we didn't lose any of that commission offer. So in the end, on page, that last one that's dog-eared for you, you're going from 40% to 48%, and we're adding 6 months to the length of this agreement with them. So we'll be able to, one of the nice things about this is it takes everything and puts it in one bucket. We'll probably be able to RFP this in summer of 29. And then we'll see where we go from here. But I'm very pleased with this. You guys got any questions? An 8% increase in the commission sales is where I'm hoping we can claw back some of the revenue that we're losing for the phones. One of the nice things is, bottom line, at the end of the year, we got halfway through the year on the old method. So I've really only got to claw back for about half a year. And we won't have some of those expenses. Remember, you have the canteen expense line
So
in
I
the
was going to
budget.
have you explain the
Yeah.
site sales so that they would understand.
Right, the
what that means.
canteen expense line in the budget is going to stop spending money here in about 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Because we purchased phone time, we purchased data, we resold it, we processed it to the inmates at cost. We made nothing on that. My staff were doing clerical work. We were purchasing a couple of items and site selling it to the inmates like nicotine. We're going to take that over to this provider, turnkey, and they'll process all of that. So, like I said, it was a lot of math. Ask the sheriff. I've got these giant sticky note pads. They look like a sticky note, but they're huge. And you can draw all over them, and then you rip them off, and you stick them to your wall. Oh, my stars. There was a lot of math.
This started, I don't know, 2-3 years ago with the FCC, and it affects everybody,
Nationwide.
Yes, and the bigger the jail you are, the worse it hits. So Greene County, some of those other ones, I mean, you're talking $300,000 to $400,000 difference. Just like us, it's budgeted for in your budget. So when you're not making that, you have to come up with that somehow. So ours is a smaller portion, thank goodness, because we are able to rework this where it does hurt us, but it doesn't hurt us near as bad because we are able to kind of back in on the back end and do some of the other side sales to get back in the house. Even next year, I think we're going to be fine budgetarily wise on the budget.
It'll change how we arrange a line. It'll change what we put here, what we put here. But yeah,
We're very well.
And then once this contract runs out, we can go back for proposals to different companies.
Yes.
to get prices.
we can RFP this out summer, for a decision summer 29.
Perfect.
And it'll be actually a lot easier because the companies like to come in and do a package deal. They like the commissary sales, the communications, they want it all in one big bundle. And it's been very hard to do that, apples to apples, if you're a la carte. Then we were doing communications through one little agreement here and canteen through a little agreement here, and then we were doing our own site sales over here. It's going to simplify this and make it a lot easier to make a good decision on the comparison.
That was our biggest standpoint too, is we want to do an RFP. We want
Right.
to have all the companies come in and know that we're doing it. Turnkey has been great, and they are a great company. And they've done us right. We don't have any issues, and when we have an issue, they're here. One of them is in town, so they're here fast. Cool. Okay.
Well, we Jade is back, but I'm sure.
She has to sign. They have their dog-eared copies.
Yeah.
She has the signature copy.
He has it now.
Yeah. If you guys complete the signature copy, I'll take that back to the office with me. I'll scan that, send it back to the company. They will complete the execution of that with their signature. I'll make sure you get a copy and I'll have a copy and the world will be through.
Any concerns outside of this that anybody's had or heard?
No, I haven't heard it. It's really been good.
I did off topic, but we're pretty open. So you guys get letters from the grieving mom.
Yes.
Okay, so we looked at that again, which has been open for a while, and I reached back out to Higher Patrol again, and they have respectfully declined to look into that any further. This is their second recommendation. We're really open with Higher. We're not trying to hide anything. We looked at the surveillance video. We looked at everything. You guys get any other requests from that?
Let's see. It's been a while.
Yep, fair enough.
She's kind of used up. You have any questions on this?
No, I think it's good. We're going to make a motion.
Do
It'll have to be a motion and a roll call vote. Make a motion to sign the contract with Turnkey Corrections.
Turnkey Corrections. Make a motion to sign the contract with TW Vending Incorporated, Turnkey Corrections.
It's been then second. So. Mark. Jake.
Yes.
Jim. Talking.
Well, I hated to leave. The other day, Bill Cole was up here. And they're concerned about the bandstand gazebo area, hours of operation, trying to keep people from sleeping on it overnight. Damaging. But he was confused on who controls, who keeps an eye on it, who enforces. City Clinton, you guys, a little bit of both. We really didn't know. I was kind of leaning towards both, but you are.
Yes, I talked to Bill 3 times since I've been sheriff on this, and it's very clear. I've made it clear to Bill and anybody else to minimize any issues with this. But it's the city of Clinton oversees that. We have 0 issues coming up here in enforcing it. It's county property. The city of Clinton is also here all the time. So, and if it's an ordinance violation, and if they were to enforce it, which is easier to enforce, per se. So we've talked to Clinton. We've had conversations between Clinton, us, and Bill. The only thing on Clinton's side is they don't want to just. It's a tough situation for them because they don't want to go up there and tell people, if they're just visiting or stopping or staying on the gazebo. What Bill has said is we're not asking for that. We're asking for somebody sleeping on it or clearly, roller skating on it or doing vandalism.
Right.
I think we're more on the sleeping issue. I think
Sleep issue and vandalizing by damage you.
you know,
The main thing is sleeping overnight.
So we've talked to Bill and the city, but Clinton we're all under the understanding it's Clinton PD will enforce that. They actually have a city ordinance about stopping and standing that's very simple to enforce, and they do enforce it. I've seen them enforce it here on the square too.
Okay.
And I understand because we've talked about maybe having a camera put up or some other method. We have 1 deputy at night,
Right.
sometimes 2, but we have the entire county. We don't necessarily just patrol the square of Clinton. So we're open with this. It's not optimal for us to try to. Now, when we're here, 100%, if there's somebody up there, we'll stop that. We have 0 issues with that, but it is not optimal for that. When Clinton PD does patrol the square, they will enforce it.
Well, like I said, we didn't necessarily know if there was agreement or understanding, so thought we probably ought to ask.
So, no, that's fine. Yeah. So the current understanding we have with Clinton, and we rehashed that as soon as I took over, and Nelson called and said, "Hey, this is what we have in Kent. What's your understanding?" And we kept it the same. So anything that comes, the courthouse building itself and inside the courthouse building is us. So anything that happens within the courthouse, it comes to us. We get called. We enforce it. We'll arrest. We'll do the report. We'll do all of those things. Anything on the grounds or on the outskirts of that is Clinton. So the same thing at our sheriff's office. If it's anything within the building, we take care of that. If it's in the parking lot, we have a lot of custody exchanges, a lot of things that happen in our parking lot. The city of Clinton takes that. We try to just minimize any issues so we know who's going to do what. There's sometimes it alters or changes. Like we've told our bailiffs, there's nothing preventing you. If you see somebody out here on the grass doing something, go enforce it. That's a state statute. We will enforce that all day long. If you do see somebody staying out here on the gazebo, enforce it. We can do that. We want Clinton to understand that they have absolute authority to do anything they wish or need to on our property at the sheriff's office or here.
And that's already understood, so.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of
On
mutual
minutes on
agreement.
that truck are out of date. They can write
This
a
isn't a
ticket.
new problem. This is,
It's not
See, I
a-
think it's been brought up
Sure.
twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've done
It's a constant every year, and I've told, and I understand. I don't disagree with the issues with it, but we may have to think outside the box if it's a continuous. I'll tell you, when I'm up here, I don't ever see that. I do see kids sitting there
Yeah.
and they're conversing and playing, and I don't ever see anybody sleeping on it, and I don't see anybody obviously vandalizing it. We can stop it. But
I think
I
you
don't
have to
ever
be
see
late
it.
at night. I mean, talking about too.
Sure, and that I would understand.
That's where it's coming.
Because if I'm on at 1 or 2, it's for a reason. It's out.
And I've never caught anybody early. Really, one time I've been around. Stop by, check on it every once in a while because I usually get down about 5:45, and then it's coming in. I just want to circulate.
That's why I suggested
Maybe
a
I can
camera,
stop
because if you see Aaron sleeping on the gazebo, then give him a ticket, and if he doesn't get arrested. But just that no nonsense, take care of business where we can. I don't know outside of cameras going to take an officer to see them actually on the gazebo.
Yeah.
I understood that. I was just wanting to make sure we had some sort of understanding with everybody to keep an eye on it when we're by it, take a good look at it.
Yep.
Do our part.
Oh, 100%.
We do have cameras pointed at the gazebo where you can see entry and exit now. Not on the gazebo,
Sure.
but we do have one pointed that way where you can see entry and exit.
See, I haven't noticed any unusual activity, but I think I have seen people up there sleeping early in the morning that they get gone.
I've also seen them on the sidewalk and seen them.
Yeah,
It's,
so
Inches,
it's
stories,
it's not,
going
I
in.
see that.
it's not just the
it's everywhere.
gazebo issue.
And the last time this came up, we sent an email out. Our staff are well aware that we patrol the alleyways now for obvious reasons. It's kind of curved now. We found out that they're out in the county, out back in conservation areas, but we still patrol the alleyways of the businesses and things like that. We're proponents of that.
Yeah, I like that.
We're getting ready to start the ordinance on Booth Road.
40, Northwest 40 and
Northwest
Northwest 401.
Keeping so traffic off. The ordinance, we probably have to check this out.
Yeah, I'll send it to him because he has to be able to enforce it. So he needs it.
So just wanted you guys to be aware, we're going to try to curb the
That's great.
semi traffic.
Especially since they're going to be closing that 18 highway bridge just outside of town.
When are they doing that?
I'd have to ask Dennis. I can't
By CCA.
Because I can tell you the city of Clinton's taking bids to close the Uric Road Bridge
for this
for
fall.
doing so
I don't believe
they're not gonna.
it's
be
not
the
going to
same.
overlap.
Okay, all
I
right.
believe it's either late this year or next year, but I'd have to ask Dennis.
Just so we're clear, the ordinance itself is a weight limit ordinance, not necessarily a no through trucks or anything like that. We're setting a weight limit on the road to keep the big trucks off. So it's not, Amazon can go down or whatever. So
But the signs will actually be out on the state highway between Creek.
Yeah,
and so,
that way they know before they turn down the road. Go back out.
We've been out there. We've got some complaints for speeding on 40th, and it's legit. And we set their driveway. The ones that complain, they've allowed us to set their driveway, and it does curb it. But the next step, you can tell by our numbers, we're not big proponents of tickets, but sometimes it's necessary to catch the attention. So we'll keep it up. It is a nuisance.
you guys have a bridge walkthrough at 10:30. If you are going, just reminding you, it's 10:23.
All right.
But Dennis said he
It's good.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I
I'll get
wasn't,
that back.
I wasn't rushing you off.
real
I've been
quick.
told
What
to go
did you
away.
find out?
Just wanted to make sure
Wireless, Jesse.
they had a bridge bridge walkthrough to do at 10:30.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank
You're coming.
Amy has copies of these.
Go through your
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's
what I like to do is
Zone
even
practice.
look at them, make sure that
Yes
they're,
and no.
before
So
they
it's not normal,
approve them,
but
because
right,
if
they do see the
To make sure that these
Cash
numbers are right.
if they're good and they can do that before, so I just gotta check with
So
Amy.
what happened was,
I'm sure that you guys have checked
separate,
that,
but
but
they
that's
had
just my process.
Sure.
Because if I bring something up here and then they say, well, the commissioners approved it, well, so-and-so didn't have the time to
Right,
approve.
it's still asking.
It's just kind of eliminating that.
But the sheriff's office oversees.
I'll bring it up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have Amy
So
call
they
you.
actually said that they could understand it either way, but they do.
And
see
she
a
had
benefit
mentioned it.
because when he is involved in other bigger things,
Good.
such as
Good.
missing persons,
Good to see you.
especially homicide, whatever, their EMA is well versed in the law.
They're warm up here, so
He says, was it a plan thing? No,
We
it
got it.
doesn't benefit us, yeah.
everything on the
Now, if they're not post certified, does it matter?
So they ordered parts and the parts aren't.
I think for us, it's the same.
Got fried by
You know,
lightning.
it doesn't matter. not
A bunch of
necessarily,
them.
but If you were to be post certified.
And you have cool weather and you don't realize it until.
And it's not just the section, mine's been out, so they had this put back up and running for a little while. And mine in my office is completely fine, there's nothing.
You don't even get air movement out of
There's
that.
nothing. Yeah. But luckily, the girls behind me, Amy and them, theirs is
It
working, so
just
I
means
can
he has
open my
additional
door.
training.
And get a little
Stuff
cross
like that.
through.
Yeah, so it's not been too bad in my office, but boy, you get up
To
here.
be a member of it.
Well, there's no natural airflow.
Grow
We've
as a
taken all
person.
that away and how we
Well,
replace
it's
the
right.
windows. Mhm.
So-
I'm a
Okay.
proponent
I
of
can
it.
only
The
imagine
higher
what the
you go, the
third
harder
floor
it
is
gets.
like.
Now, Jill said that the time frame to get the grant back here from Blue Shield to possibly pay for this is about maybe a little too tight to get it to go through.
Yes, I mean, I would still submit it.
Okay.
Because there's tons, like the governor put tons in there, because the goal is to get more people to certified. So I'd still fill it out. And usually if you call them, they'll say, hey, this is not going to be or approved prior to the graduation, but we would recommend you start the graduate or the academy, and it'll probably get approved in the process. They're really super friendly.
Okay.
That's the trick. Their approval starts on July 1st. Your cutoff date to get into Academy with your app is June 23rd. You have to send this app in good faith,
Gotcha. And they'll
and
tell
then
you,
they'll tell you afterwards, okay, you're approved to go to Academy. You show up the first day Academy, and before shortly, yeah, you got the blue line. It's fine.
it's been done before where we called the Sheriff's Association and said, hey, they submitted this to Blue Line, but they don't have it. And they're like, we understand. And they got approved while in the academy.
Okay.
So it happens.
But it sounds like if we go through with this, we need to sit down with you and Mark and guidelines of what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think so. You know, because he does need to be attached, probably like a reserve deputy. To keep the post, you have to keep it. You have to have 24 hours a year of training, which we take care of that. We have online database.
Well, I got the same problem
And then
back home.
we would do the same. Like if we have a reserve, we're not going to give it to you because there's no reason to be arrested.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, we'll have like a
Yeah, I can't make any headway with the
Last question.
road
Would,
district.
if we was to go through with this,
I mean, it's public road.
would it be
taxes.
better to wait until next year's academy to do this as opposed to trying to rush it through in a month, less than a month?
Okay, that's really all I need direction.
For us, I don't think it matters because we have like 11 months before we have.
What are we trying to do? I jumped into this the last.
We must do that.
I would.
We have
My
11
personal
months to figure that out.
My gut? No, get your app. Go online, print that bad boy off, fill it out, put all your good stuff together. There's 14 brilliant people that can notarize your different pages for you. I've helped all my jail staff put that app together and get it in by the 23rd.
The money situations, you have to have that taken care of
There's a
beforehand.
$300 application fee. They accept a check.
Okay.
I would always advise a cashier's check. That makes them happier. It can cost you about $5, $6 at the bank, or they'll take their sole check. The reason cashier's checks come up is because my kids literally do not have checkbooks because they're young and they're like, how do I write a check? And I'm like, oh gosh, go to the bank, get this thing called a cashier's check. But
Understood.
no, get it in now if that's what you want.
I think
Okay.
so.
Academy could
I'll
use
sit
the
down
numbers
with
this
Mike.
year.
I think they'll get the funding and
The funding will be there.
like they'll do all of our stuff. for the next 11 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't want to cut it so close and then, get
I
tight.
had one of my cadets literally drive her app to Jeff City and slap it on the lady's desk on the last day
Wow.
Uh-huh.
All right.
because she decided last minute this was what she wanted. You go for it, make it happen.
Okay.
She did. So, yeah, I would say we need the numbers this year. Do it.
Okay.
No time like the present.
You guys all for it? That's the main thing. I mean, if we're gonna do it, we want to make sure it's gonna be a help to everybody and not just another cog in the wheel,
No, I think he's a well-rounded guy, and I think having that well-rounded personality and experience and training, I think will work out. And the county's will to just have that different outlook. That's why, and I'll be honest, that's why we tell Jackie all the time. She has a different outlook than we do because she's not post certified and she just thinks different. So when we have a lot of
I'm accused of that a
she
lot.
does. We have administrative things that come up. I go to her and I already do that. And sometimes it's way off. So I'll be like, you're right.
He's throwing ideas together.
He doesn't have that.
Emergency management is a professional problem solving position.
We've heard that.
And finding someplace, finding a brain that is outside of the regular box that can approach problem solving. Oh, I've never dreamed of doing that. That's cool.
Okay.
And I think it helps.
Okay. Good. Well, let's we'll talk it over. I'm glad you found out what you found out. I didn't get a chance to reach out to the guy over in Cass County. So, yeah, that worked out.
That's not.
But yeah, so we need to get that, because it's not hard to put that together.
Okay.
You know,
So what we
for
got.
some people it's a little harder if you've had to run in with the law when you were young or something, do a little research and all that good stuff. No, and if you need a notary, come by the office.
Okay.
Not a problem. I mean, there's 14 notaries.
Yeah, he'll find somebody, but yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
See you
it.
later. See you later. You're moving pretty good without your candy.
I don't have a
You are.
weapon anymore, and I think everybody near me is very thrilled with that.
They did seem a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, this township won't go as hard to keep track for too many people. And they couldn't tell me whether it's Shawnee or Shawnee Special, and just board members. And if
Still warm.
Yeah.
the address of the farm itself,
What about
there's really no.
Tuesday?
Not one out there.
Well, actually, no, the ribbon cutting is scheduled for Tuesday.
Yes, at 1:30.
Is that when it's going to be open?
I'm
It's
assuming.
gonna be.
I'm assuming probably Tuesday.
If we would have went through the walkthrough, we probably would have found that out.
Well, I can still go.
We can get that from Dennis. after
Well,
his walkthrough.
okay.
Dennis will get it.
Rest is gonna pass.
See, I can still make it.
It's probably the 45th iteration of this situation. We just
Oh,
need to
well,
take
that's.
I would appreciate it. You want my phone number in case you don't
Yeah, Dennis will find out.
call guilty.
Dennis will know.
I just didn't know when you try to schedule a time to take nature. What's the grand?
167. Like I said, I've got a guy that works out there every day and should be no problem. Just want communication. All right, thank you, I appreciate it.
All right.
Dennis is calling
See you
me.
later.
See, John.
Dennis is calling me. So.
Oh, lucky that.
Hello. They do? Are you on your way out there? Okay. The commissioners would like to hear, they're caught up here, they would like to hear, what you guys find out today when they're gonna open it and stuff when you're done. Okay, sounds good, thank you.
Bounce an idea off of somebody else.
He said,
He said he's on his way there, and when he's done, he'll be here.
okay.
Well, the blue line will cover it, but he's got to put in the application to get it covered.
He's got a grant, I think, something. It's going to.
Want some hot coffee in the hot room?
Oh, it's not too hot now, it's pretty comfortable.
There we go.
Could be a lot worse.
Kelly, you warmer?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I remember
Oh, look at that.
two of them in there.
Oh, my gosh. Damn. Oh, I'll tell you what. I hope we got a big storm out there today. Did you get John?
Yeah.
I had that happen. It's going, I don't know what. It hasn't come up until now.
Said he opened his gate.
Huh?
Said he opened the gate, but that's gonna be an issue.
Turn around. That's gonna be the issue. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't catch it.
The grade, right? It's growing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no turn. Got it? I don't know.
That's a catch for the thing. Because I mean, I can understand they need to do it because he's making tax.
Gary?
Yeah.
Oh,
Morning, guy. Yeah. How are you? Good job.
how far is it?
This is the final updated.
I'll leave it.
project complete drawing. I'll give you all an official copy of it.
Okay.
It's going good.
Is that?
Everything going
We're
good.
done. Yeah, oh,
Better finish.
done. It's bladed, seeded, grass is grown. I think it's even had one mow.
Yeah, they mowed yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I've got your drainage ditch in here now.
yeah.
The new patio is over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of put a little bit of a wrench in things there, didn't it? We managed.
Yep.
And you guys managed.
Well, thank you all. Appreciate it. Went good.
Appreciate you guys doing it.
Chris helped us. Everybody did a great job.
You said you
I-
talked to Chris about shut-offs,
Yeah.
right?
All these hunting teams around the square, is there somewhere we would shut them down? Because we don't want to leave them alone.
Okay, there's two ways to do it. If you want to go down here and shut them off at the breakers, your main breakers,
Okay.
or every single one of them's got a breaker
Okay.
built in. The 220's got a breaker, and every one of the 110s have separate breakers on them.
Then we can shut them down so people are not.
But the lights will still work, right?
Right, and nothing, we didn't touch the lights. Yeah.
Okay.
The other day when I was up here, the whole lights were on, coming on.
Right.
So,
Two those things happen when you leave them out there. Everybody comes up, we're going to charge everybody's phone.
now they can flip the breaker on and use it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Somewhere we can shut them off. Nobody's going to flip the breaker.
Yeah. I think the breakers are the only thing down
When we get
here.
down here, and then that'll do it.
Now, we just need to coordinate being able to get to those main breakers for the holidays because the gate's locked.
Right.
Yep, yep.
And the one for the sound system,
It's down there.
when they were trying to work on it the other day, it was off. So I called Chris, we all got coordinated, got it flipped back on. So
The big thing is, actually, everything's fine. We have some stuff. Then at night, all of a sudden, they get used to it. And believe me, you'll see them parked up here and charging phones.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
stop giving them phones.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
that's the reason why some of that, if you turn it loose, that's the reason why.
Well,
Give them,
we'll
because it's
coordinate
our,
and make
the
sure
electricity bill.
whatever we got to, whatever's got to be done going forward, make sure everything's on
Yeah.
beforehand. They're on for a day or two beforehand. Just how it is.
Or somebody just get over the gate or get a key. Or something like that. The only thing we didn't finish, and it's because we didn't have the drill to drill it, is the gazebo.
Okay.
Because I don't know how thick that concrete is, but we just needed to drill a hole through it to get the wire in. So we didn't want to put the wire in, because I'd have like 50 feet of that coiled up and didn't want it to disappear.
That's something we can probably tackle after the glory days.
We've got to wait till Old Glory Days and probably the next car show.
Okay.
Get those out of the way. I've got the wire. Everything's ready to go. Henneman said he'd come back up and cut it, dig it in for us.
Okay.
So all we need to do is just figure out a way to drill that hole.
Sounds good.
And then they'll have to get under the gazebo and of course finish the wire.
Right. How neat the hell.
I'm guessing 10 inches, maybe 8, 10.
Everything else.
I haven't necessarily looked at the gazebo close enough to.
Then when we get that done, I think we talked about that before. Chris said that once we get that done, he can make all those receptacles hot instead of just one or two because it will carry it.
Okay.
So that'll open up for other vendors to be right over the side and they can plug in.
Gary, are you with those glory days?
Not officially. I just kind of got
Wrapped in for the
asked to work
project?
on this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a day chair.
I see. Okay. Well, I was talking about patio. The patio was built. Probably don't need a whole bunch of vendors on top of it. So
Some of them
we'll
really
work around
bring
that.
You can
We'll talk.
Okay. Do you have any questions or anything on that? Or-
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Well, like I said, thank you very much for your cooperation. We got her done.
All right, appreciate
We
it.
got it done on time, under budget. So,
Good job. I love that.
love that one.
That's a win.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right. You need right on
Yeah,
it before you're
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
those
Yeah.
banks.
So you're gonna want electrical, so you're not gonna want Kelly, would you mind letting Amy know we need to order some styrofoam coffee cups?
Somebody said, Luke cooking the stairs. They're gonna come. He said, hey, you.
Okay. Well, they was out, so I went downstairs and grabbed downstairs, and they didn't have a whole lot. So maybe we ought to order some to alleviate that problem.
Done that a time or two.
Yeah, that's down there, yes.
100% the kids did it.
Exactly. That was nice. The kids didn't work. They worked for me. Yeah, I got up here about 9:30, 10 o'clock from all Mary Sand and the edgy that they already had. Quite a few laid. They tried camping and price areas. Yeah. But
I know they're gonna bring a power washer up and power wash the stones because once they got in the middle of them, some of them were really gooey. So Ruana said that they were gonna power wash the stones to make them clean. I didn't know if they finished it completely last night or not. Yesterday, when I talked to Barry before lunch, he was like, "Oh, we might have these done before lunch." And later, when I seen him still out there, he was putting the edging on, but the kids were still laying stones, and that was really, really good. I didn't know if we got it done. The kids were the ones laying the stones, every single one. Tapping them in. Barry helped with the edging, but I know the kids did the stones.
and they went through and tried to pull back the extra sand off the sides to try to help them along. So they everything. Kid built a home. It wasn't nothing perfect.
I think it will once the grass grows up, and I mean we've got the ditch dug out, and it just kind of looks over there right now all around. I mentioned to Jake and Jim. I don't know if you've noticed over at the chamber, they have a brick square patio, kind of like that, just out there. And then they've taken bricks up and they put a planter in the middle. Well, they had extra stones. I didn't know if we could build like maybe 4 little planters on the corners to keep boiler sheets, recipes, and things from being on there. If that would be, or we could just buy planters to put on there, but something to keep it from just being a patio of kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Because we're gonna get bicycles and roller skates, and people are gonna. So if we cutie it up some, they're more liable.
Speaking of planters, that corner over there is fun.
That corner.
Back one.
Which memorial?
The Soldiers Memorial?
Which one?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on my.
That's okay.
Is that ours or is that somebody else's?
There is a group, it's a Soldiers Memorial Foundation.
Just pay into
I say maintain it.
Very. I mean, it looks nice. I just didn't know if it was ours. We could try to plant some shrubs or something.
So
Here to make-
used to, the Boy Scouts always had that as a project. They come in, they plant flowers, and that's just kind of, it was always a community group or somebody, not the county, would come in and plant flowers, and that opportunity is there. But there is couldn't tell you who that is, the Soldiers Memorial Foundation or whatever, but there's a whole group that
Okay.
has that. Like I said, I know the last time it was planted was by Boy Scouts.
Scout project.
And they would plant, flowers that look great this summer. But I'm with you. Some shrubs, something that's going to come back every year. Hostas, shrubs, things
Yeah,
that'll
some-
fill itself in would be really great. If somebody wanted to do that as a project, anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I didn't know if it was like that or if that was on us. On us, and then it's probably about biting. So nice.
right.
Maybe not right now. It's falling. Okay.
So if you know anybody looking for an Eagle Scout project, that'd be a great one.
I like.
go.
Well, I think, a couple bushes and hostas, they get big and would that area is big enough that where you could put a whole bunch of and then just look pretty awesome. Sunny in the morning very. After that, it's on the north side. So it gets that full morning sun. Right.
Yeah. That's another question about the budget. That bridge for outside of town on 18 looks like that's going to be next year. It's not on the 26th. Construction.
Yeah, was it, Christie? She said that
She did, I forgot.
that's kind of, she was,
Christy was talking about the Uric Hill Bridge.
Yeah. I don't think she mentioned the
She
one on
didn't
18.
go.
I mentioned that the rib's going to get replaced.
okay. Stuff here, we built their houses on the location.
What?
I can't hear.
I couldn't hear you.
relocation, what we saw about.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Still.
Start over with your question. I guess I'm not actually in the bank.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Well, that, now they're turning.
I think Mark is right with the bank. We need to talk to somebody, make sure what we're wanting to put over there, and make sure it's right.
But I think
You I got agree.
yeah. Because otherwise,
Well, I would imagine so. I think we remember on sheets.
I guess I was just going through this.
Matter of fact, it might be in this package. It's money high. Oh, really doesn't work for anything. Like part of working on my truck. Oh, that ain't gonna fit.
I do have a couple senior citizens applications.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one of the insurance tax line partners. Architects, small, daily, those things. For very option. Anthony?
Oh, okay.
Kelly, the other day you had mentioned fire alarm. Do we need to start asking for bids from people to service or look at it, or how do we want to start moving this forward?
Right, that's gonna have somebody else.
Okay.
It was a proprietary system that was put in. And no longer has the ability to
So do we need to put
service, maintain. I don't know what I'm looking for here for
That,
an RFP,
an RFP?
but you'll have to know what you want. I mean, that's not just as simple as, hey, we're looking for bids for a fire system. You've got to figure out what it is that you need. I sent you guys
So
that,
we've got a company here in town.
who did some legwork
Yes.
for us.
Yes.
And I sent you all an email with the legwork that they did for us. I informed them that we would probably have to put out for RFPs. So, but that was not something that was budgeted for. for this year.
Okay.
I don't know what approximately the cost of something like that would cost, especially in a building like this. This isn't an easy, we just built a new business and new fire alarms, so this is an already existing home. I will see if I can find their email again and send it to you all so you can look at it.
Say,
You know, if it's
I remember looking at the email. Do you remember if there was an estimate?
I was like, yeah, that's
maybe,
Sorry, Kelly, I cut you off. What did you
I
say?
can't remember if it was from Mike or Troy. I think it was Troy. I'd have to go back and look.
Sounds like something we need to start pulling together so we can plan.
Yeah, and you know, if
Next
it's,
year.
if it's a $20, $30, $40,000 thing, we got capital improvements. We could handle something like that. But if there's going to be a large undertaking, we definitely need to budget for it specifically.
That was last year, right?
Yeah, it was. While we're sitting here doing nothing, guys, we need to call Ivan. I'm not sure how long that'll take, but while we're still and for a closed session.
I'm not sure how long it's going to take. So. Sorry. Make a motion to go into closed session for the full council.
Motion been made, second, go into closed session. Jake?
Yes.
Jim, yes.
I'm never in Clinton, but I heard you were in session on Thursdays. I'm Linda Lampkin. And
I called and left you a message the other day, but it may not have went through.
it did.
Okay.
And I only think of it when I'm going to town and hitting all those holes. You know, we're on that Mount Hope special, and I don't know what the money is, but my idea was, can the commissioners not, as a state, go in and try and get more money for our counties?
That's a tough one. There's not a whole lot of funding out there for them. It's the problem we're running into.
I know it.
Correct.
I know. I get it. Because I've even offered to pay for a grader to come in because all they have is that box grader.
Mm.
And I mean, it looks like a drunk drives my road to town. Now, I don't live in Henry County, but I pay taxes in Henry County. I live on the line.
Okay. Say,
And so I was just thinking, you know, can we not, I don't know if you all ever get together as a state commission, the presiding officer or anybody, that we could try and get some more money for the counties.
that's always what we're trying to do is come up with new ways to better ourselves, but it probably comes down to nobody wants to pay more taxes.
Oh, I know it, and they don't get it.
Yeah, and levies don't want to be changed, and with the like special Mount Hope, right? Mount Hope.
Yeah.
Hope
Yeah.
is a special district, yes.
Yeah, and I think somebody gave me the figures, you know, it's like 6,000 or 8,000 for one Cart Road or something, and 12,000 for the rest.
Well, with being a special, they
And they only
decide their own.
I know,
Everything.
and I talked to them. I mean, but it is. I mean, and this has been 3 years. This is not just now. I have the carousel, and when I weed in the back, I take my weeds and put them in the hole, and the ladies are thanking me. So now we know where the holes are.
Well, I can tell you this year we did up their gas tax. We took money from the road and bridge department that
Oh.
we're over, and we gave more money to the townships and specials to help with said issues.
You know,
Unfortunately, if they've only got the box, they don't necessarily have a blade to cut it
I
down,
know it.
and that makes it difficult to do a lot of things.
Yeah,
When it's special, it's just like a little county.
yeah, I
itself.
know it. And
That's the
Wilford
problem.
Dugan was the one that kept everything in line. I don't know if you knew Wilford or not, but you know, and he was, you know, and I'm sure that's and same way with Bates County. We are as far at the extreme end of each county. So you know, they did a cart road. Why they did the cart road? They did. I don't know. Would that have been those commissioners?
Well, for us, the townships decide their cart road on where
Okay.
they want to do it.
That's what I figured.
Now, for Bates County, I can't answer that.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with Bates County.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, and if it's last year's cart road, I know whereabouts you're talking.
it was right on the line.
Mhm.
And why they did that road? It probably had less holes in it than any of them.
Well, it probably was next one on their list, and it had it was the right amount of distance for
Yeah.
what they had to be doing. So,
Money wise,
yeah.
yeah, that's what I figured.
But-
But
and we
anyway,
also upped their cart money a little bit this year too. So we're
Okay.
trying to help out the townships going forward. As
Well,
much as
I just-
Dennis don't care for that. We had to show a little love to everybody.
you
They
know,
didn't show no love to me, huh?
Well,
They took my money.
and who are you with?
I'm with the
Oh,
Road Bridge Department.
Yeah, he's our supervisor for
Okay,
the road bridge.
yeah, Road and Bridge, yeah.
He's the one we're taking the money from.
Yeah, he's the one that goes out and replaces culverts and bridges.
Yeah, they took one out on our road that I think my great grandmother fed the road through in 14, and I don't think that whistle they said it lasts 30 years. And I thought, why did they take that bridge out? I said, some others, I don't know. I'm not on the road board. I don't want to be on the road board or the school board. I get that, But I will tell you a piece of history. My uncle, Charles Lampkin, which probably nobody ever heard of, was the youngest presiding judge in 50-54. When we went into the elevator, my dad said, "We can't be in politics."
Undecided, huh?
So then I think when they got close to getting out of the elevator, then he was Southern Judge.
That's pretty good.
But anyway, yeah, at that point.
When was it? 54?
50 to 54. Because I'm doing some family history and I've run across his ads in the paper. And so that verified. I knew it was about that time, but anyway, that was just if we could just get some of that gas money. And of course then they voted down the gas.
Yeah.
I don't vote against taxes.
They're a necessary evil.
They are.
They sometimes they are. Yes.
When we understand that.
But anyway, so that was just my, light bulb. I thought, do we work on the representatives and try?
Yes. That's the big start right there.
Well, and I don't actually kind of claim him because he's on the other party and he thinks I don't vote for him and I'm not telling him if I do or don't. But he's state representative for Bates County.
Oh yeah.
Dane Deal. You must have never met him because he's.
Oh yeah. I haven't.
You have.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah.
He's a typical politician and he should be home farming.
And that's a great place to start.
Then here's my card.
Oh, I'm not going to bother you again.
You're more than welcome to call me.
Like I said, it's only on my way to town over the carousel. And I'm thinking, call me.
Well, for some odd reason, when I'm leaving messages, I cut in and out on
Yeah,
people's phones
I know.
for some odd reason.
No, I got it. And I appreciate you returning the call.
You're welcome.
It's been 2 weeks. If it could break, it's broken. And all the committees I'm on, met. So anyway, just go to the state level. Who's the presiding judge? Which one of you? Okay. When you get together, just beat the drum. Tell them
we want more gas tax money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, from using it for sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for seeing me, even though it is. Thanks.
Thank you.
Are they always at the light?
No. Not all.
That was great.
She's a sweetie.
We went out and done the bridge inspection this morning. There's a few things that they're gonna have to come back and correct. There's some guardrail issues on one side of it, and they didn't put no base rock down on 3 sides of bridge for their guardrail, so they're gonna have to come back and do it. From what I understand from Great River is that Tuesday after the ribbon cutting, they're gonna start taking signs down and opening up the roof.
Tuesday.
Sounds good. Lee, is that some of the work you're going to be able to have that done beforehand, or is it something you're going to come back after that?
I'm hoping that they'll be able to do it beforehand because one of the things is the guardrail. And Josh from MoDOT says that that's actually a safety issue.
Okay.
So they're definitely going to have to fix that.
Okay.
The gentleman that met us out there was Steve. Is that was his name? Steve Markham. He's a great guy.
He's now working for the contractors.
Okay. See, I didn't.
Yeah, he's hired MoDOT, which works for the contractors.
Nice. All right.
So yeah, they probably got a good hand there.
Yeah.
Help them out substantially. So hopefully they can get this stuff fixed. It's fairly easy.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be anything that's too horrible. So hopefully they'll get everything fixed. Hopefully we get a phone call prior to Tuesday when we have our ribbon cutting.
That sounds great.
Everything should be good. All right. Usually this is if we walk across that bridge and we find nothing, I would look at somebody and say, "Really? This whole entire bridge, there's nothing wrong." So we do find the small things. So I'm just glad that we caught these, and they were very understanding. They looked at it. Steve looked at it. So did everybody else from MoDOT. And they're like, "Yeah, we
Well, this
agree."
was the time to catch.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Kelly,
Yes,
you want to make a copy of this, or would you like me to just send it via email?
I can make a copy right here.
Otherwise, Aaron, the bridge inspector, he said the bridge looks really good. And the issues with the guardrail is actually just off the bridge.
Right.
They ain't got the post down right or something that's caused safety issues with the guardrail. So, minor stuff that hopefully can get fixed by Tuesday. You got any questions about the bridge?
No, love to talk to them.
I'm gonna try to get that one load of rock put down this afternoon. There where the barricades are, cover up that mud and stuff. But besides that, everything looks good.
On the other side, heading towards Double A.
You told me there's a signpost broke off or sticking up.
I didn't see it there the other day. I went out there yesterday. I didn't see it. It looks like it's gone. I was going to let you know there is a couch or something that's been dumped.
I'll get her township.
Okay. I didn't know how we did that.
That's township.
Okay.
Unless they want to pay me to go do trash removal.
I understand.
Mark, you got any questions for me? Jake, you got anything for me? Jim?
No.
Miss Kelly?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Okay. Finishing up culverts. Hopefully, we'll finish up ones we're on today tonight. And it sounds like we're going to be down for a few days because they're calling for rain all the way to Tuesday morning. So that's just going to prolong the bridge on 1101. So, but I got rock there a lot, so if we get called up there, it'll be an easy fix. So, otherwise, you told me you didn't have nothing, Jack. Don't get that light bulb going now.
Okay. I'll hang tight until you hit the
So, anyway, that's all I have.
I think Barry's done. I guess he got hold of
Pick up the paper.
There was a lady that called me this morning from his office and told me that where they was going to stash them, they can't stash them there, so we might have to pick them up, take them back out to the bridge car until they can bring up another project.
Okay. God, he's thinking before the rain hits.
We're going to try to get up here this afternoon and level up this dirt around there and get all that dressed up, looking nice. Okay. And Kelly's got her little grasses growing.
It's growing.
Could grow a lot more after the rain.
Yeah, he's a spring.
It needs a little rain right now. Not fast though, it'll wash it back in the street.
It's just a minor detail.
Thank you, Dennis.
See you guys later.
Appreciate it,
Thank
gentlemen.
you guys.
We'll see y'all on Tuesday.
Tuesday it is.
I think Zach and Lindsay is going to be here with us, so we'll have the whole group. And then, still good for lunch?
Yeah, I haven't mentioned it to these guys. Oh, he wants to take us out to dinner after the ribbon cutting. So
Either after, before, whatever you guys want to do. I'll give you a holler prior to that. I think Zach's got some. He's on the agenda for 11 or something like that, so he's got some things he wants to present to you guys. So please just,
you got workforce development.
Yeah, I got you today. What time's it gonna be your walkthrough?
I think we had it set up for like 1.
Zach will be here at 11 and 1:30 is the ribbon cutting.
Okay. I should be back. I'm trying to be back with him. You'll get in figure around 4
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
We'll figure it out.
all right.
Okay. Appreciate it, everybody.
Thank you.
Kelly,
Thank you.
thanks for everything.
You bet.
Thanks.
I need to use the restroom.
Well,
We move on to the next subject.
You've done
I would like to.
I've done pretty good. Yes.
I'm sorry, like visited 3 times.
You have?
No. I gotta open this back up.
That
y'all.
first time.
I gotta get some air going.
Hey, get some air circulating. Air circulating.
Marking yourself off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh? You're not gonna talk?
No.
Yes. Circuit board supposedly.
They got fried, like electrical tornado storm. That's how I was thinking.
I thought at first they were deep or something, trying to air out the
No,
Trying to save money.
and it's only certain
No,
offices.
it's been a problem.
We're lucky it's only certain offices, or we have the natives would be restless.
They finally decided it's good and trying it, because each one of them just has various stuff. They bought all new ones. So, hopefully,
Yeah, every time they fix the problem,
another one shows up.
short, and so they've now we'll just get everything new and have it here. So hopefully it's fixed before it gets too smoothly. Yeah. Well, if Mike is not going to speak, I have nothing else. You guys have anything for me? I do have. Well, I won't end it. I was asking to end until Jake got back. I did put on the agenda yesterday the booth thing for Tuesday, so it'll be plenty of advance notice. The public hearing for the booth road is already on there. Yeah, the opioid.
Opioid deal.
I mean, kind of discussed it with the sheriff.
I guess that's my big committee. They would say what to expect.
I think that'd be a fine idea.
I think you don't want one office, much like the LURF committee, the Law Enforcement Restitution Fund. We have the prosecuting attorney who gets a piece of that, and the sheriff who gets a piece of that. I agree that the board would be a great thing, but we need to involve all offices, have a say who's on that board to represent them, rather than just the court system. Because as Aaron said, we bought he calls it something fancy, the little drug checker thing.
Yeah.
We bought that with opioid funds. And when Jackie calls and said, I need gloves, it's cheaper for her to order them a year in a big large bulk. And I'm able at that point in time to say, go ahead and order your gloves, Jackie. We're going to put a roadblock there where she has to go through another board, which is fine, and she won't care.
So this board gets this new
Right.
Yep.
but everybody.
Okay. I guess
That way, just when I'm not saying anybody, but these two set up against somebody. She's not this. She needs those. She could. But we would rather see her. You see what I'm saying? I think that's actually a decision to be made. We got to I don't think we should coordinate. I understand what you're saying. I don't know what would be better.
I would.
I don't see what the improvement would be. Other than what you just said. The less people have to make decisions.
Right.
So we're looking at what
Just leave that alone.
yeah, we're going to be 100%.
They want it. They want it. Have something and come down. That's what I feel like. The bad thing is that opioid. Some of these small people buy it from that. I'm not saying before when you sign that, yeah.
Yeah, we go.
You don't know how much you're going to get. So you'll be out there. Spend. All of a sudden, lobby it's like a jail. Some stuff. just like you said.
I think what Brandon was, sorry, Kelly, you're wanting to say.
I do, I have a
Please
comment,
go.
because I see where the court is, what they're wanting, because these people are familiar with what the opioid funds can go to. Whereas us, you as the commission, aren't as familiar with what those funds can touch. So having the board research, can we use those opioid funds for this? Now we can. Now do we put them in another step and make them then come to commissioners and say, we've done our research, can we have these funds? I see what they're wanting to do, rather than commissioners who have no idea, will opioid funds cover that? Can we pay for that?
That's exactly what I was.
These people will know that those opioid funds can cover that. So it's kind of instead of making you guys do the guesswork, well, we'll have to find out if that could be covered, and then if we can give you the money or not. They're not coming for that money until they know that it can be spent on what they need. So I'm with you though. I see both sides, because now we put a roadblock in for Jackie to call me and say, hey, I need gloves. Can I pay that with opioid? Yeah, we got it. Good. So will there be some kind of leniency for you guys to make those decisions still if something like that was to come up? If not, then there needs to be a representative from the sheriff's office who can. Now the LERF board, they have their own fund just the same way, and they have a board of different people, and they come in and the sheriff says, I need $2,900 for this year. So we do it once a year, they meet. And LaCrisha says, I need $2,900 for this year, and that's what we're going to budget. Or the board says, we're going to split it both ways. But then when they want to spend that money, the sheriff calls up the LERF board or the representative, and they say, he got approval to use his LERF money to send these detectives to Kentucky. Back when we were doing budgeting, he said, this is what I want to do with that money. So that's what he's doing. So the boards work, but if it's on a fly situation, it's where
And that's why I say I'm for the committee, because it takes away the fly. And now everybody knows where that money is going. Your board knows exactly what it can be spent on. And if you have somebody that comes in that has a bigger request, they can look into it. They can, and your boards, like if I remember correctly, Judge Baker recommended one of us be on the board.
right.
We could have one from the sheriff's department, like you said, so forth and so forth. I would think with like Jackie, there would still be that leniency because of the clubs. You know, if you're buying for a whole year, you're gonna, you can kind of figure it. That's why. That's one of the reasons I'm for it. Because like Darren, he came in, he's like, we need that opioid money. That can be used on that.
And you guys went, can we?
Yeah.
You know, what can we do?
Yeah. So I mean, a board, in my opinion, would help the decision better.
Some of it, it's like some of the judges, some of the stuff.
Ultimately, it's is the commission willing to give the authority over that fund to a board, because currently you guys do the budget for that. That's still going to be in the process. You know, the board will recommend their budget just like I recommend my budget to you, and you guys can say yay or nay. Like I said, I see both sides. I understand what the judge and Deborah's want to do, because having that knowledge base, I don't know what they do, and they do.
And I'm afraid maybe we are going on one side of the combat. We're not looking to see how all that can be spent and utilized to help.
We're using it in the court system.
Yeah, but I'm just
More so.
I don't want people to think we are just
Hoarding it.
hoarding it and being one-sided. That's what I should
I
say.
mean, there's
That's what I
uses out there. Places that pack knows that.
But if there was a board, people could put their request in. And it would be
I'd be like your
an open,
consider deal.
you know, deal. But I see both sides.
I
could
do
go
too.
either way.
What do y'all want?
I feel like there needs to be proper representation on the board. And as Brandon said, you know, maybe not the commissioners could sit on the board because then they would be facilitating for both sides, the sheriff's office, you know, your concern is all of it as a whole. So that would probably be a good idea. You know, somebody from Pathways who has experience with opioid might be, you know, an outside source. So I love the thought, you know, but those are just things that you got to think of. Jackie will no longer be responsible.
Yep.
Which she won't care. She'll call somebody else and say, I need drugs, you know. And you'll no longer have the sole control over that money. Once you say this is how much you're getting in your budget, you're out.
And I, that's
And
just
okay.
me though. I mean,
Well, go that way. The next thing is,
I am too.
how many people?
That was never mentioned.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
that
haven't
was.
talked about 3, 5, 7.
5 would be.
Yeah,
5.
you can't have it even
I would
number.
want to. 5 would be good. 5 and then we got.
I would want to talk. I'd want to talk with Judge Baker and Deborah. Thank you.
Now, before we
On
do
a
that,
recommendation on who we should try to put this one together.
I would also like to request from another county who has already organized the board, their organization process and who they use just to see, because they said there was 2 or 3 that were already doing this, right? I would like to see on paper how that board operates. Not that that's going to change anything, but it'll give us direction on how we set this up.
Of course.
so we'll get Debbie and Debbie.
And maybe even ask if there's any cons to doing it, to go in that direction.
I can't see much.
I couldn't either. I think it would actually be better for 3 or 4 of us if there was a board. It'd be more open. That's just.
Well,
I'll talk
get
to
Debbie and
Debbie.
Judge Baker.
I'll go
Yeah.
talk to Debbie.
See if we can catch him run down and talk about what some of the people.
I'll talk to Debbie before.
Kelly,
Yes.
we can't get that air fixed by next Tuesday. We might need to.
You got a fan.
Those of us who are right next to it can feel it for a split second, but those down there by that window
Can
can't.
you feel it? 0?
I feel breeze from that door from time to time.
Maybe that's what I'm getting free. Yeah, we heard
He gets that.
Mark keeps wearing a jacket and long sleeves, and I'm just like, how are you making it through this? Yeah, that helps.
sunburn.
I'm thinking that's all. I've got in my office big things. June and July are huge busy for my office. We're doing Desi, we're doing tax levies, we're doing board equalization, we're doing August primary election. We are swamped in our office. So please don't leave me with any extra things to do, or you may hear me screaming for a life vest.
Well, if
So,
there's anything I'm able to do that you know, please reach out.
I will.
Do my best.
A lot of the maintenance things that are going on, I've been telling, you know, as the commissioners, talk to the commissioners.
We need to meet with Chris and kind of get that list in the works. The elevator issue going on at AC, I'm guessing they've done pretty well.
Chris has been good.
I went down yesterday morning.
He was telling me this morning where he's all. He said they're on top of it. It's just a matter of it's business going out. So it's all the circuits.
I went down yesterday morning and talked to Chris because I told him that I talked to you guys about hiring Mike to do my comments. And I said, he said something about, he said he was concerned. We talked about the air conditioning. He said he was concerned about the elevator, and I said, commissioners have talked about that. They would like to talk to you more, but I think focus at the moment is we gotta get these air conditioners.
So that's the first place.
And then whatever he's doing at the jail.
Yeah. That's, I'm gonna create some of that. It's like you got grass growing in our spare spots.
They are, they're growing. I went out and looked
Really
yesterday.
green. I'd say we'll have to break it.
Start thinking about how it's going to take that kind of beach.
Gotta take care of it.
Just ideas.
No rush. What do you guys think?
Are you hot? Second.
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye.